It is what it is.
Probably not. There's always just that
Ooh,
chance. Yeah, you
it
see it?
says
You see it?
broadcast is live.
Yeah. Hello there. I'm EL-SCRIBBLER. This is Big Daddy Mo.
What up, though?
Yeah, we're live. We're live. Might as well start this out and try to keep it consistent. I don't know much. What are we doing here, Big Daddy? You had a story to tell. From what I know, it's like that's the plan for today. You have a
Damn.
story to tell.
Well, no.
Something about Florida.
Florida.
Something
No, I'm not telling that story. I'm not
yeah,
telling that story.
you've got to tell that
I'm
story at
not
some
telling
point.
that story. I'm not telling that
Why,
story. Hell no.
why
That's
not?
embarrassing. That story is
Why not?
embarrassing.
That's
Because, bro,
exactly the story we need to hear.
that's like one of the ultimate simp stories. I don't want to tell that story.
dude, come on.
I
Come on.
can't do it. Hey, also, I don't care. I don't care that they know. This looks weird. This looks weird because I'm looking at us, but I'm like, you're on my side, but when I'm talking to like off camera.
Yeah,
I'm not looking at you.
because it's exactly the same. Because the screen is over here for me. You're over
No.
there, so
So
I'm
you're
looking
telling me
over this way.
we're both talking like the other we're both talking to the other direction. Oh, this is horrible.
So I'm just looking off to the side. I think next time we just need to do the mirrorless effect because you know how you can mirror it and
Uh-huh.
yeah, that would work better. I mean, we could switch our cameras, but then I'd be on your side, you'd be on my side, and I don't want that.
But yeah, I don't want to be talking to my kitchen nor to look at you. It messes up the effect.
Yeah.
I,
Honestly, I'm just talking
I'm
to my
gonna
vacuum at this point. It just makes it easier.
maybe I can tell the Florida story better this way.
Yeah, yeah. just look at something
I
and just
can't
like,
do it.
oh,
I'm
that's it.
sorry.
That's him
I'm
right there.
sorry. I can't do it. That's weird. I can't do it. It actually kind of scares me right now.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, thank you. That's so much better.
All right, you got my side
I
then.
mean,
You got my side.
people do say I'm white, so I might, we might as well keep it
Dude,
like that.
I
Inside
saw
there's a
I saw a picture of you. My girl found someone who she says looks exactly like you, and I'm not gonna lie, it's basically an albino you, but not as
I saw a white Tiana Trump
pause,
earlier.
but not as attractive at the same time.
I guess.
Because
Thank you.
he's
Thank
got
you.
like peach fuzz beard instead of like a foolish beard.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all.
Speaking of somebody that looked like me, oh dude, at work, bro, I saw somebody from the back, pause, like the back of his head, and I was just like, no way, he's working at Applebee's. So I'm getting ready to tap him on the show, and he turned it around. I'm like, oh, that's not him. That's not him. He was shorter too. He was actually, I was taller than him. That's when I knew it wasn't you. But every time I keep seeing him, I'm just like, hey, that's not him.
If they
That's
don't
not
got a
him.
scar on the back of their head, they ain't me.
I'm not gonna lie, it kept disappointing me too. I'm just like, man, come on,
Why
work at
would I be going to
Applebee's.
Michigan?
You said what?
Why would I be going to Michigan?
I don't know. Why is anybody in Michigan?
I'm saving up money right now. Not
Shoot,
really, but kind of. I'm trying to.
but okay. So I'm not talking about the Florida chick at
We'll get to
7-Eleven.
that eventually. We'll get to that one.
Eventually, but nah. Yeah. So I keep going. So I be going into the 7-Eleven. She's like, it's right down the street from me. I go after work, and there's this chick in there, and she's older. I can't tell a lot of things, but I could tell when a motherfucker's older. But yeah, she looked good though, and she got an accent. What's that look for? Were you looking off camera or are you looking at me?
I'm looking at you, man. You
What
can
was
tell
that
when
about?
someone's older. Seriously?
A little bit. Well, looking at her, I'm like, she older. She older.
Honestly, now this day and age, you can't even tell when a high school is a high schooler with
You
what
know
they're
what, bro?
wearing.
It pisses me off.
Yeah, it's or the lack of what they're wearing, I should say.
Back in
It's
the day, you
disturbing.
could tell. Back in the day, you
Yeah,
could tell when a motherfucker like, oh yeah, they're in middle school, they're in high
we're
school. I've seen chicks, like
so
I
old.
work with. There's female I be working with. I'm just like, wait a minute, 17? What? Like, you're like 37. She bigger than you. Like that's crazy. But
7-Eleven.
yeah. So you know me. I always bitch out every time I try to go for a move. So finally, I'm just like, you know what? Let me strike a conversation. One, you got Fox over here trying to have me go big. man, tell her she got a pretty smile. I'm like, bro, we haven't even fucking talked yet. I haven't even say, my
And
name is Maurice. I'm not
don't,
going straight on for a compliment.
don't forget, you don't want to say that to a girl and then break your wrist. Freaking Captain Marvel. Dude. Captain Marvel. Do you remember that movie? He says, you would look pretty with a smile on your face, and she breaks
Oh
his neck.
yeah. Okay.
How could you forget that? How can you forget that?
Because I don't care for that movie. The only parts I like is the Samuel Jackson parts.
I hated the Samuel Jackson parts because they destroyed his
Oh
character.
no, that was horrible.
Hmm.
That was horrible. But back to the story. Okay. So finally, so I'm getting ready to go in. I'm just like, okay, say some couple of things. Then she smiles that I can go in, but I'm like, no, that's too much. So so I saw that she had a jacket on. Oh, this weather kind of crappy. I was just like, oh, she got a jacket. I said it. I was just like, my fool. I started thinking about Twilight. Did you just ask me about the weather? I was just like, did I really just sit there and bring up the weather? But then next thing you know, we start talking about the weather. Then all of a sudden we just start talking about work and everything. And no, actually, no, I'm sorry, I jumped the story. This oh my god, I should have left this part out. The first time I actually talked to her, me and my boy is coming from we're coming from work. Because we're both saying, like, oh yeah, I'm going to a 7-Eleven. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go to a 7-Eleven too. Tell me why I pull up. He's talking about the same 7-Eleven. We just realized that we live down the street, the same street.
That sucks.
So I go up in there and get my stuff, and then he's looking like, oh, that's the one. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, oh, that's a cougar right there. I'm like, there we go. So I'm sitting there talking to her and whatnot, talking about I'm asking her, like, she works in a 24-hour spot. So I'm just like, what the hell do you be doing? Like, I know it's boring or whatnot. So as I'm talking, I'm making her laugh. I'm getting ready to open the door. Speaking of breaking wrists, I forgot how to open the door. I'm putting there pushing up top, and the thing was at the bottom. So as I'm going in, my wrists start to cave in, and I try to like make a joke. So it's the second she laughs, I go up, and I'm just like, dude, my wrist was hurting for like a good 3 days.
Oh,
but anyway, bro, that's the second time. Don't forget the first time I ran into a door when I was encountering a chick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What is with you where you lose all sense of yourself?
I don't know.
Why do you? I think the biggest issue for you is the fact that you. I don't know. You should just be yourself. If you were yourself, dude, you would be perfectly fine and set. Because what do all girls who see you as a girl say? You'd be the perfect man for everyone.
Did you say all the girls that see you as a girl?
Exactly. You become their girlfriend.
Nigga, remember that time? Hey, remember that time Justice called me girl? Man, I remember we were talking. Remember she called me girl one time?
Yeah.
I was talking. She was like, girl. And I was just like, oh my God. That was like the I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe that. I was just like, oh, I'm never hitting. It's over. I'm never hitting.
You couldn't believe that? Really?
I couldn't believe. I was just like, oh my God. Am I really that bad?
Yeah. But that's the thing. They all view you in that, because that's as soon as you get comfortable around them, that's when they see who you are. But you're so awkward in the beginning. If you were just comfortable in the beginning and up front, of course, that you always seem to pick the wrong people when you do that. But still, it's just be yourself. Be yourself.
I don't know what it is.
You
I don't know what it is.
And you will just walk into a door, and it's just, who is this dude?
That's what happens when you grow up without a father. and all you do is watch How I Met Your Mother 20 times a day. Oh my God. Well, I'm pulling a good Ted Mosby this time. Now, let me get back to the story. I'm glad that even though we're live, I'm glad that when I clip this, I can actually just clip all the pieces of the story instead of this story can go on for like a good hour just because we start talking about something else and really it's like a 2-minute story. But anyway, the second time I actually talked to her, we're talking about the weather. Then we started talking about both our jobs. But then this is the best part. We started talking about weed. And I'm just like, hold on, she's a smoker? She's a bruh. Hey, I kind of I kind of start filling up inside. Pause. I'm just like, oh, it's a wrap. She would start talking about this festival where they got like food vendors and like weed vendors. I'm like, oh man, it's starting to sound like a first date right here. So we're just talking, and then she's just like, she's Albanian or whatever. And she's just like, oh yeah, yeah, I came straight from Albania to oh, she got kids too. I'm just like, damn, single mother, okay. But she was just like, yeah, I came from Albania to Michigan. And I just like, just a lot going on, me and my husband. I'm just like,
Oh.
I'm letting her talk, and she's just going on, and I'm just like, because look, the entire time I kept looking at her hand, I'm like, okay, there is no ring finger, only a ring in the middle. So I'm just like, okay, and I kept looking at a bunch of girls' hands after that. I'm like, okay, none of them are married, but they just got a ring in the middle. Okay, we're good, we're good. And then all of a sudden, I heard that husband. I'm just like, I didn't see a ring on her finger though. She really sat there and said, husband, girl, do you know how many Fagos and strawberry melon brisk I done came up in here to buy? What the hell? I have a gas station right by my store that says something that sell Arizona's for $1. I'd rather get that for $1 instead of these for $2. Girl, I come in here like 3 times a week. And I'm just like, but I'm sitting there thinking like, I'm like, okay, she from Albania though. Maybe, husband needs something different. Maybe she meant to say X. So let me test it
Maybe
out.
he ain't here.
I don't care. So I'm just like, oh, so what do your husband do? Oh, he's a painter. I'm like, oh, he's still in the picture. You know what he doing? What you mean he a painter? Ah. So I'm just
No
sitting there
wonder
thinking
she
like,
works.
hey, so I'm sitting there holding my Fago. I'm sitting there thinking like, hey, I want a refund. I don't want this no more. I'm just like, bruh. I'm like, I
Oh,
can't catch a
man.
break.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I mean,
man.
well, I gotta say, I think that's a smart play because she probably has a ring. She just takes it off because she knows she gets better business. Do you tip at 7-Eleven? Is that allowed?
Man, who the fuck? Who's
I
tipping?
don't
Ain't
know.
nobody tipping at 7-Eleven.
I don't know.
I don't even tip at Subway. When they try to sit there, I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna ask you if you want to tip. No tip.
Yeah, because
Hell no, I ain't tipping.
because the
Hell
only
no.
people who will ever pursue someone who are wearing a ring are people you never want to bother talking with in the first place.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the last part. I was thinking about my plan. Go continue.
So if you saw a girl wearing a wedding ring and you pursued them, they would instantly perceive you as not worth dealing with because you're pursuing someone who's already actively showing they're with someone else. It's kind of a red flag.
That she don't have the ring.
No, well, kind of that too. But if she was wearing a ring and you charged after her, that would be a red flag.
Yeah.
That's what she was basically saying. Oh, I'm free for the taking. Yeah, that's kind of on her. At least you don't no longer need to go there, right? Right? Right?
Sure. You know what? I'm gonna leave the next part. I'm gonna leave that last part out. Sure,
Okay.
sure.
Continue.
I'm gonna let everybody else think what I'm doing. Like I said,
You
I
still
said at
buy
the beginning,
flowers?
I was pulling the Ted Mosby, but the Ted Mosby in the St. Patty's Day episode when he goes out with Barney.
Oh my gosh, dude!
I'm not trying. But I'm just like, hey, she want to smoke, buddy. Hey, what up, though? You want another buddy? What up, though? But I'm not about to get stuck on that. Hell no.
And you wonder why girls call you girl.
You stupid. You stupid, fool.
You're putting yourself in that situation. You want to smoke, buddy. You want to.
Nigga, that's where it starts. That's where it starts. I'm not about to, nigga.
She's married.
That don't
She's
mean
married.
shit. Bill Clinton was married.
Oh, again, this is the you become one of those trash people who are pursuing someone who's.
You know what's fucked up though? Those trash people is what people be going for. Tell me I'm lying.
Yeah,
Tell me I'm lying.
Now, especially here in the U.S.
I can't tell you. You know what's funny? Okay, let's go with the chick from Florida. I'm not telling that story, but at one point we got into it, and the dude that she was with that was making her constantly cry, get upset, blah blah blah. Like I said, me and her got into it on Twitter. She put, "I'd rather be with an asshole than a pussy." So And you know what I'm saying? So these hoes be wanting trash niggas a lot. I see it all the time.
Well, you also
It's
have always
ridiculous.
worked in the restaurant business, which doesn't really cater to the highest or employ the highest clientele. The only ones who are really there, who are decent, are in high school, and then they move on to bigger and better things. People who make it a career path normally don't, you know.
Oh, okay, I got you saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like like that's what they are. They're a one-stop shop. You're there while you're getting work experience. You're learning what it's like. You're in the worst of the worst type of field. Retail and food industries are the absolute worst. Food is number one and worst. And then it's retail second. After that, anything you ever do after that is always seen as like a walk in the park. Always. Like if you've ever seen those videos you're on TikTok and they have those feeds of those well, they're probably all fired now, but all the tech companies, all the tech company people who were employed there, they would go, "Oh, this is my day. This is what they serve for
Oh
breakfast."
yeah, yeah. I know you're talking
This
about.
is the rest room they have. It's like a nap room. This is the nap room they have at our place. It's like, you should be fired. You should be fired.
Yeah.
Where are you working in this video? So you think about it, Elon Musk had the right idea when
Hey,
he
you
terminated.
trash. Damn, fool. You firing people because they making like a little 30-second TikTok? Really?
30-second TikTok showing them doing absolutely nothing for that entire segment of their day.
Oh, bro. Hey, I want one. I'm glad I ain't working with you. I don't want you to be my manager. Because I'm always
I
gonna be
hate it
doing
when people.
TikTok.
I hate when people record at work. I absolutely hate it.
It's gonna be me.
I see that as a waste of time.
Oh, you trash, bro. You one of those. I don't like you. I wouldn't like you as a manager.
It absolutely sucks. It's like if you're gonna work. Don't be making videos.
So you telling me? So you telling me if I done knocked out like the majority of my stuff and I got a little downtime, you know, to just
if you have
take a little break.
downtime, yes, but there are people that will be on power equipment recording themselves doing stuff like that, which is a huge safety issue.
No, I give you that. I give you that.
Yeah. I mean, if you're doing downtime or a break or something, it's fine, not a big deal. Or it slows down. But if you're driving a piece of power equipment and you're trying to do a TikTok dance, you shouldn't be employed. I'm just stating fact.
You trash.
You would be in like 10 feet off the ground on a piece of power equipment doing a TikTok dance.
So that's how you do it, bro. That's how you go viral. And then you fall, bro. You get like a couple million views. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Or you say help.
Oh my God. I love that.
Ah.
I was like, bro, are you serious?
You know that box only weighs like 20 pounds, right?
And then he got it against the wall. So it's like, bro, you should be fine.
Yeah, it only weighs like 20 pounds. He no longer works there.
Good. He didn't need to. And the fact they kept recording them was making that better.
Yeah, it was just
like, oh my God.
Well, it was the customer who was recording it. So of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
So the Florida story.
I'm not telling that story. Hell no.
Why not?
If y'all see that story, maybe it'd be in like a movie or something, because then I'd be getting paid.
Yeah, but honest, I want to ask you if
I would tell the Florida story when we get to 1,000 subscribers. I don't. When we get partnered, that's when I tell that story. How about that? So that's a long time if that even happens.
Well, going live might be able to help us with that. Hopefully,
hopefully.
We got 2 viewers right now, and I'm pretty sure.
You already know who 2 of them are. I bet you I know 2 of them. I know 2 of them.
Well, technically, I think I'm the other one because I'm watching on my phone.
Oh my God, bro! So we're basically just talking to ourselves.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. We got to start somewhere. Why? Would you rather be talking to my mother?
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah. So, okay. If I was to ask you in the new Star Wars trilogy, I know you don't care for Star Wars much.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone was to get a spin-off series, who do you think it should be?
I would love to see Finn, but like actually do him justice, bro. Like he was a great character in the first one, then he just became a trash ass side character. Same thing with what's his name, Poe?
Oh, Dameron, yeah.
Yeah, I liked him too in his opening scene. And then after that, he was just like, what? Like, they did
Yeah.
nothing with them. They don't do anything with these good characters. And then the
Who
fact
who
that
should-
in the new trilogy they're gonna do, Rey is still gonna be part of it. Like, man, this Star Wars is now trash, bro. It's
yeah,
ass.
it's been that way, especially with everyone thought the Mandalorian was going to be this new great thing, and then because Jon Favreau was in charge of it, and I know you don't know much about Star Wars and you don't
Yeah.
really care to know, but this has been bothering me, and I want to get it off my chest. Hey, we jumped up to 4. This has been bothering me, and I want to get it off my chest. Jon Favreau
That's what she
really
said.
loves Star Wars. Pause.
No,
I don't know.
it's bothering me. I want to get it off my chest. That's what
okay,
she said.
okay.
Bro, how was that? How was that a pause moment?
I don't know. I'm confused. Okay, whatever. But
Let me stop.
So Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni is really just good for animation. He was never really a live action director. I don't believe they stole the Heir to the Empire, which is Luke's villain, and gave it to Ahsoka. They're stealing literally all of Luke's stories from the legacy stories from the books and giving them to Rey Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano. They're literally destroying him as a character.
You really called her Rey Skywalker?
What?
You really called her Rey Skywalker?
I don't know what her name is. Rey Palpatine?
No, we're just gonna call her Rey. We're just gonna call her Rey.
Yeah, they gave her to Daisy Ridley. Yeah. And it's just absolutely aggravating, that whole situation. That why would they? She doesn't deserve a trilogy. And they destroyed these iconic characters to basically make something new with no good story, no good character development, which makes nobody want. They're not rewatchable. No one would ever rewatch them unless to roast them.
I only watched The Force Awakens. That's the only one I'd rewatch.
Yeah, I wouldn't even watch that because
that's a fun movie. It's a fun movie.
The first 3 original movies because that's what it was. It was literally original first 3.
If you want to get a good recap, if you don't want to sit through like 6 hours, then you just watch Force Awakens.
Yeah, but Jon Favreau was committed to the character of the Mandalorian to tell a more gritty, slower paced story of Star Wars, and then they get rid of the Baby Yoda. And what do? They in Mandalorian, Boba Fett, which was an offshoot of the whole series, they brought him back. So if you jump from season 1 to season 3, it would make absolutely no sense. And if you jumped from season 1 all the way to season 4, nothing would, or season 1, season 2, all the way to season 4, absolutely nothing would make sense.
Why are we jumping
in season 3? They reset everything they did.
Are you serious?
Because even the droid is back. The droid is back.
I like the droid, but why is he back? Didn't they have like a memorial for him, like a statue?
Yeah. They had this whole heartwarming moment. Any kind of gut-wrenching moment they created, they got rid of at the end of season 3.
Yeah, because you know what? If you think about it, in season 2, you had that moment to where they're leaving. Daddy Pedro got tears in his eyes. That part was just like. And then he just comes. Now that I think about it, I'm watching season 3. Only watched the first episode, the first 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes. And Grogu was back, and I don't even recall how he came back. How did he come back?
Did you watch the Book of Boba Fett?
I didn't want to watch it.
I
watched the first episode.
It's awful.
20 minutes.
The only good thing about the Book of Boba Fett was the 2 Mandalorian episodes in the 6 episode series of the Book of Boba Fett.
That's wild. Yeah, I don't even remember. How did Grogu come back?
Was created for to bring the Baby Yoda back. That's why they created it, because the Book of Boba Fett was supposed to be a movie originally. And they basically gutted that in order to bring Baby Yoda back to the Mandalorian, because that's what their cash cow.
Yeah, because it didn't make sense. I didn't catch why he came back. I was just like, I just accepted it.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, whatever, makes money. But yeah, it's just, and that's basically gone. Because if you actually continue watching it, you can definitely tell that the creativity, the story direction, the directing, everything is just gone. It's like nobody cares. Absolutely nobody cares. Just is there to make money. Because Jon Favreau, what he was creating was literally taken from him because they brought that Baby Yoda back. They were bringing the IG-11 back. They were bringing everything back that he just was like, that there was a purpose for all of this. And now Pedro Pascal is just a voice actor now. Because he doesn't want to play second fiddle to the woman DeLorean. Sorry, I just hate what they're doing with that whole thing.
I really like Mandalorian too. I mean, like Pedro Pascal, man. I was like, that's my boy. He's actually one of my favorites right now. So I'm just like, especially with The Last of Us that came out, why would you want to make him second fiddle?
Yeah. Well, I feel like The Last of Us doesn't really have any real rewatch, except for like a few scenes. I'd never go back and rewatch that. The Mandalorian, I felt like the first season might. Second season, honestly, I felt less likely to rewatch it just because I had played that game, that's Old Republic, and I didn't want to. I'd rather play the game again, taking out the crate dragon. I don't want to watch it on the Mandalorian. Yeah,
I thought you were about to go into a whole rant about Knights of the Old Republic. Oh, thank God.
I could, but I was like, yeah. I'll just make my comment. But yeah, it's like everything is being destroyed. But you saw John Wick.
We both saw John. You ain't see John Wick yet, bro.
In my mind, you saw RRR, right?
Great movie.
Exactly. I'm used to a lot of those types of movies now. I've been watching a lot of those types of movies. I'm sorry.
No. Even though RRR is an amazing action movie, John Wick is a totally different action, bro. That one, y'all sitting here with like 1v100, and it's just like unrealistic. 1v100, him doing all that, unrealistic.
Getting shot, getting stabbed, falling off a building.
No. I'm not talking about that though. I'm talking about the moves, the action scenes, the fight scenes, the shootouts, the car chases. That is totally different from what RRR is doing. Because, dude, that scene where homie I forgot the names, but he got like shot or whatever, and he was still just like whooping their ass. I was like, bro, this movie's amazing. RRR is so great. I actually,
or when he catches the gun when the car
before we get back to John Wick. That song, none to. I love that song.
Yeah.
That movie. That's a movie I can rewatch for
that
3.5 hours.
But that's the thing. It's like I'm thinking about it. John Wick's will always deserve a rewatch. What
Which
from
one?
Hollywood? John Wick's. All the John Wicks.
John Wick Chapter 4 is the best of the franchise. It is like one of the best action movies ever. Even though it's even though it's just like overshot, because I mean like almost 3 hours. A lot of those action scenes run on so long. Like here, like the one scene where he goes against Scott Adkins. It's like a video game. He's the boss. So he has that first level of bad guys. Then he goes against Scott Adkins. Once he knocks him out and getting ready to go for the kill, you have the next wave of bad guys. Then all of a sudden, Scott Adkins regenerates. They go at it again. When he's getting ready to go for the kill, you have one more wave of bad guys so he can regenerate one last time, and then you finish him off. It feels straight up like a video game. But man, I'm telling you.
And you were saying realistic?
Hey, again, though, I'm talking about choreography. The choreographed
choreography is amazing.
all that. That's why when you say, you've seen it with RRR, I know even though there are movies like that where they have the type of John Wick action, even though you've seen that type of stuff, this is still worth seeing, especially if you enjoyed the other ones. Story-wise, though, let's be real, the story is kind of but the world, the world that they're building is
John Wick. The only thing great about it is the action and the world. The story itself, I've always complained that it's lacking.
But the story is lacking for it. The story is lacking, but it's mostly the rules that keeps it going. So it's
the
like
world and the freaking action scenes.
So each movie is a bounty going up, and more guys are coming to kill him. But really, it's the rules that's making all this happen. So now it's like, okay, how do you get out? Okay, the bounty is at like 100 million, but he knows there's a way to get out. He now has to do a duel. He has to be part of this family. So really, again, it's the world they're building with the rules that's going to branch out into the other spinoffs. Because we have the Ana de Armas spinoff coming out.
They have the ballerina.
The ballerina. Then we have the Continental coming out this year. And they talked about having nobody be part of this world too.
I would love that.
It makes sense, because didn't he have some coins?
He had gold, like solid gold. which was
Okay.
marked. So it is
So
possible.
it could be part of that world. That might be like a different currency because remember, he's not like an assassin. He didn't he work with like the government kind of?
Well, he's a nobody. That's what he is, which is what it was. He's like a nobody type of assassin or whatever it
Oh,
was.
you
Because
know
they
they
didn't
filming.
explain it
They
well, but
filming
that's
part
great.
2, by the way.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Yes. I can't wait. Nobody is amazing,
Yeah,
man.
but
What I
but
like
when
about that is it's more of a I'm not gonna say slow burner, but it's kind of more grounded than John Wick is a
yeah,
bit.
yeah. But did Scott Adkins get in a car crash and catch his rifle in midair in slow motion and take a shot at the people he was chasing at John Wick? I love that scene. It's so unrealistic in RRR, but I freaking love that scene. It was like an epic shot.
Hold on.
Yeah. Where you going, man?
Sorry. There we go. I pressed the wrong button on my lights.
I'm loading up.
Oh my god. He
Is,
paused. He paused.
yeah, we pause every now and then, okay? We have to pause.
Hey,
Pause.
we're just starting out here. Give us a break. And one of us got a crappy computer. One of us got a crappy computer, and it ain't me.
And
It ain't me.
Sure. Yeah, but it's just like that's the thing. It's like I didn't find RRR as entertaining as some of the other movies I've seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great movie though. I love the friendship between them.
Yeah. And then especially when it's like an undercover cop type thing.
Yes.
Epic. Because they keep doing these flashbacks and you don't really know why.
Yeah.
It's just like I like that because Ajay, I like that actor. He's actually pretty dope. And then I'm like, okay, they're doing a backstory for some reason. I thought it was basically about the history of what happened. I was like, okay, a lot of that stuff has happened. Yeah. And then it happens to be his son. I was like, oh, okay, awesome.
What I find funny about the movie is of all these Indian women, and you going for the white woman.
Yeah.
I was like, really, bro? All the women looking down on him, like, look at him going for the colonizer.
Yeah.
You know it.
You've been watching too many of those videos. Yeah, what is it? Those videos where the black women are mad at the black dudes for getting with white women.
I will never understand that. I will never understand that.
It's like, who cares? Who gives a dang?
I had females that wasn't into me getting mad because I was trying to get at a white chick. I'm just like, are you trying to let me hit? Are you gonna let me take you out? No. So why are you worried about what I'm trying to get at?
It always reminds me of the Eric Cartman. When he gives the doll to, he's trying to get Kyle to not go out with the black chick.
No,
so
I don't
he's
remember that. I think I saw that.
And the black chick together. He's forcing them together. This is with the Cupid. Cupid
wasn't Kyle and Token going for the same one?
Yeah, no, Token wasn't. Token wasn't.
Wasn't it with somebody else?
His parents were trying to get him, or were like, you don't have to. And Kyle, because the girl liked Kyle, and Cartman basically got in the way of it with like these
saw that episode
saying blacks belong together, and it's just like, oh, so weird.
I just feel, hey, I don't understand. You got a billion people in the world. Why should we be grouped up? That's my thing. Why should we be grouped up?
Well,
like, you got all types of races. You got whites, you got Asians, you got Indian, you got Hispanic. You think I'm just gonna go for the same? You think I'm gonna just go for chocolate ice cream all the time when I got cookies and cream, Superman ice cream?
Curry.
Like, honestly, there's different flavors. I want to try them all. I'm not about to just stick with the same flavor. You're like, if you think I should stick with the same flavor, you're probably the person that just likes, fucking plain Lay's. Oh yeah, I don't want barbecue. I like plain. Why? You got barbecue. You got hot. You got flaming hot everything. You got sour cream and onion. You got cheddar and sour cream. Like, you got so many flavors.
Why'd you go from ice cream to chips?
I don't know. I
was like, what kind of barbecue ice cream? What the heck? What kind of
I was
analogy did
coming
we
up
change
with
to here?
another example.
I was like, spicy ice cream, maybe. Then you just
That's like all you gonna drink is cola. Why you gonna drink cola? We got orange pop, we got grape pop, we got red pop, which is strawberry soda.
but it's all
You know,
cola.
well shit. No, when I think of cola, probably because I'm thinking about
All pop.
Fago. When I
I
think
think
of
all pop.
yeah, exactly. You got different stuff. So why should you just be grouped up? Why? I don't understand. I find
Yeah.
that funny.
I don't know, but I think relationship.
I just went through like examples, but I use food. I love that I just did that.
Oh yeah. So it's just okay. So ice cream is one group of people. Chips are another group of people. Drinks are another group of people. And
Yeah.
there's
So
various different kinds in
yeah.
that group of people. There you
Mhm.
go. There you go. I'll help you explain it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but I did find it funny that he went for the white chick. I'm like, why? Why
Yeah.
out of all the
And
people
she was,
there,
and don't get me wrong,
most
like she
bland
wasn't
chick.
ugly, attractive, but she was just kind of like
Yeah. In my mind, I'm just like,
no seasoning,
no.
no seasoning.
Yeah.
She ain't have no type of seasoning, bro. I know she don't season her food. She don't even know what seasoning is.
A British
Like
white woman.
just probably just bread and bologna. Make me a sandwich, just bread and bologna. That's the
Oh
type of
my
one he
gosh,
went for.
freaking nasty.
What was he thinking?
Yeah. Oh yeah, but you finally gonna get to the Florida?
No, I'm not telling that story.
So partnered. That's what we're waiting on. Partnered.
Yep. When we get partnered, I'll tell that story.
Yeah.
Until then, yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of aggravating. Star Wars. It's nice knowing that things like the writers' strike that's going on.
That's going on again?
Yeah, it's going on again.
So you telling me they need new writers?
Yep. That's what I find funny is the last time we got a writer's strike, that's when TV actually took a shift for the better for a short period of time. Then the strike ended, and then it went back, got even worse than before.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we'll have like a short period of time because there are like over like 500 new series coming out in Hollywood in the US alone. New TV series. Over 500.
Ain't nobody watching all that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like we were discussing this the other day. Why does everything have its own platform?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, okay. Hold on now. I'm glad you said that. If y'all have not seen I feel like don't watch the trailer. Just watch like the opening scene, and then watch the scene after that, and then keep watching, and then keep watching, and then keep watching. That show is great, man. I just finished the first season last night, and I just got MGM Plus because it was in a bundle with Stars, and I'm keeping Stars. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna add like $4 more to it, no problem. But that show is fucking great, man. It's scary as hell, bro. Like, oh,
Yeah, okay. This is the issue I had. So originally there was like DirecTV on demand where you'd pay a couple $100 a month and you would get all the channels, and the majority of them you wouldn't even bother watching. You would just have a few sections that you would watch. And then everything started going to streaming, which was great because they would split it into like there was Netflix, there was a sports channel, ESPN, there was like two others that even I forgot that sci-fi one had a channel. There was another one I'm thinking of that I can't remember.
Like Sci-Fi Channel, that's what it's called.
Yeah, but there was another one I'm thinking of. But yeah, well, they had The Walking Dead on it.
They had AMC. Yeah, but they had Breaking Bad, so I mean, understandable. I'm going for that.
Yeah, but there weren't that many, and now there are so many shows out there and so many streaming services that you end up paying more. Because I thought it was better to have a streaming service. So it's like, yeah, you get a bulk deal, you get to watch everything on there. You never watch anything in the beginning, and it's your choice. It's right there. It's easier to stream than it is to go and wait for it to show up at this point in time during the day. If you miss that window, you have to watch the recording, and it's just I preferred the stream. So I was all for that. But now that everyone and their mother is basically creating a freaking platform, and it's just like I'm not going to pay for that, so I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to pay for that. I'm already spending a couple hundred a month on streaming services. It just doesn't make any sense. And they're adding more onto it all. I'm like, which ones do I even bother want to keep?
No, I feel you. I got Peacock. I got the Stars MGM bundle. I have Hulu. Do I have HBO? I'm using okay. I'm using Alex's HBO Max. I have
Disney
Amazon
Plus,
Prime. What plus?
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. I'm okay. I'm using Geos. See, that's the only thing that helps me out. It's like I have my apps, but then I share them so other people can share with me.
So don't
That's
say
how
that
I'm
too
getting
loud.
by. Because I'm not about to be sitting there buying all these apps, bro. That's at that point you might as well just have cable.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
But
just
it sucks because a lot of these apps will only have like maybe one or two good shows that you want to see. Perfect
one or
example.
two.
Paramount Plus. I want to watch that new Sylvester Stallone show.
Yeah,
You got MGM Plus. They got From. Now I bought that so I can watch that show. It's annoying.
yeah,
It makes me want to just start jailbreaking my stuff so I can just watch it illegally.
yeah. Because I'm trying to think. There's nothing on Disney Plus. There's nothing on HBO right now that I want
I
to
want to
watch.
watch Disney Plus like that.
The Last of Us is not worth watching. Again,
I give it a once.
I wouldn't watch Game of Thrones again, and I don't care to watch House of Dragons,
Dude, watch
even
The
though it was
Wire.
pretty
Watch The
good.
Wire.
Yeah, I've been hearing that, but it's just
The Wire is great.
yeah. Yeah, it's just like everything has their own platform, and the problem is they only have one good show there that they're willing to commit to. Like that's where YouTube messed up. They didn't platform themselves correctly, and they ended up selling that one of the greatest shows they had
Yeah.
over.
Ain't no one of the greatest show they had. Let's be real. After watching Cobra Kai season 1 and 2, oh, that's the greatest shit they ever had.
Because I remember it popping up, and I was like, "Oh, it's on YouTube." So I was thinking it was just going to be a short. I didn't. They didn't market it as a real series, which is where they fell off.
Because I'm like YouTube Red, I didn't think it was gonna be like 30-minute, 40-minute episode. I'm like, oh, this is like real stuff. Actually, they had one show on there. I think let me see, look at this. I think it was like Ryan Hansen as a cop or something. Not Ryan Hansen.
They had movies too. They had their movies, and I was just like, nah. Because if I would have known that, I would have gotten it. I would have absolutely gotten it, but it was just marketed wrong.
Oh God, this show was horrible. It was called Ryan Hansen Solves Crimes on Television. I actually used to watch it just because I'm just like, oh yeah, YouTube got a show. But honestly, it was trash. It was really just like a TV. It was really just like a TV actor that was just really with a cop. There's like a new program, and it's a cop gets paired up with an actor.
So they just read off the script like those crime documentaries, and then they have like found footage and stuff like that.
No, it was actual TV show with actual actors.
Oh, okay.
But like in the world, they had a program where a cop gets paired up with an actor or something. It was so stupid.
Weird.
It was so dumb.
That's just dumb.
Honestly, I only watched it because it was something to watch when I was working at McDonald's on my break. I'm like, I got a 30-minute break. I just kill some time, watch some YouTube show. It was a bad show, but yeah, they didn't market it. Like Cobra Kai always looked good, even though I never watched a Karate Kid. But I'm just like, YouTube have actually, and YouTube had movies too. Of course, they were crap.
Yeah, that's the thing is everyone compared it to the movies that came out because they were made by like the YouTubers that they just signed on for. Like, oh,
YouTubers, Viners,
we'll take you and have you star in this. And then they brought Ralph Macchio back, and everyone's just like, it's YouTube. They're known for these YouTube videos, these YouTube movies. It's just it was poorly because it is one of the best, and yeah, because it is like everything is doing sequels. Everything is doing sequels or reboots. Here is a reimagined sequel that is absolutely amazing because neither of them are actually bad anymore. Cobra Kai is still but yeah, it's still good. His sensei was the worst part. His sensei was evil, toxic person. Yeah,
I like the show more than I like the movies, honestly. Man, until that last season, as great as it was, that ending got a little cartoonish, where he fakes his death and then breaks out of prison. I'm like, okay, bro, and they're about to let him out. That pissed me off so bad. but this next season is gonna be the last. Thank God, because I don't want them to ruin it. I'm actually excited on what they're about to do with it. I
Yeah.
can't believe that they actually got one of the dudes trying to take over the world.
You either die a hero or live long enough to see
They
yourself
actually
become a
had
villain.
Silver back. He like, man, you were wild back then, back in the 80s. Yeah, I was on a lot of cocaine. I was just like, that is great. So when you watch it, it makes so much sense. He was on cocaine all the
Yeah,
time.
he was nuts, absolutely nuts.
Cobra
So,
Kai is great.
like
But
it's a smart show that basically took advantage of the way things were acted back then too.
yeah,
A little over the top, a little like not serious, and it works. It works. Yeah, I feel bad that YouTube just didn't know how to market that.
yeah.
And
Okay,
now YouTube no longer has a real platform for them to create shows, but
right.
uh,
One thing I'm afraid of, back to all these apps, is that if Netflix still continues with the password sharing and that's successful, that's eventually going to go to every other
yep,
app. So
everything's
then
gonna
we
copy it.
so
They're
then
gonna
we are going to have to be sitting there paying like $10 to $20 per app.
yeah, Netflix is gonna patent it in order to prevent other companies from,
Makes sense. Makes
yeah,
sense
because
because it's
then every other trust me, Netflix will patent it when it works, and then every other company will pay Netflix to basically use their software, and they're gonna raise their prices up by $1.
mm,
They're gonna have to in
yeah,
order to pay
to
for
make
the
up that cost. Yeah,
yeah. So everything's gonna skyrocket. Everything will skyrocket because of that. And why? They already make billions of dollars. Why? Why? And apparently they're making trash things where Cleopatra was apparently historically black.
I heard about. I heard about that. I don't care. I
Yeah,
don't care for that. So
but
I ain't about to go into it. I hear enough from about that from Alex, so I don't really care.
it pisses me off. Malcolm X it'd be a disrespect to change Malcolm X or Martin Luther King.
I'd be cool if they had him as Ryan Gosling in the movie.
If they made it as a comedy, I would absolutely
Yes.
love it.
Oh, Atlanta actually did that. In an episode, they had Justin Bieber black.
Yeah, but if they the thing is, it's like if they're making these things as documentaries.
Hmm.
Like what was it? The Britain did that with one of their shows in 2020. They changed one of their queens from the 1600s to black. It is just why? This is the 1600s, England. England.
I don't know how it was back there. I know their teeth was probably jacked up even
Oh,
more.
but yeah. I mean, I just think it's disrespectful, and it's devaluing what people have gone through. That's what I think. It devalues everything.
What did they go through? I don't know who we're
It's
talking about. Are we
just
talking about the blacks or are we talking about the blacks? That always sounds bad.
yeah, but that's the thing. It was like you're changing it to make it seem like that they weren't discriminated against. They weren't
Oh
marginalized.
yeah.
They're kings and queens. They're the leaders of society. No, they weren't. At that point in time, they were discriminated against. It's so barbaric to try and rewrite history to make everyone just brainwashed to think, oh, everyone's always been no.
Oh yeah, that was like 400 years of slavery. Oh yeah. I'm stupid.
Yeah.
I've been thinking. I don't know why I keep thinking 1,000. My
Yeah.
numbers are all messed up. I'm like 1600s, but I'm like, and I started doing the math. I'm like, oh yeah. The 1774. What was that? Was that the
Well,
Declaration of Independence or the
slavery's
Emancipation
been around
Proclamation?
since even the BC. It's been around for
Oh
thousands
yeah,
of
of
years.
course. There's always been slavery.
Yeah, but
Look
when they
at what's that
found
movie Apocalypto?
yep, yep, tribes enslaving other tribes.
Yeah,
It's just how it goes.
we still doing that now.
Yeah, and it's
But now it's a kink. It's a kink now.
no, it still is actually now. There's still actually now. What
Hey,
do you think Taken was about?
oh yeah, duh,
Yeah,
duh. I'm stupid. I'm stupid.
it happens. It happens.
Yeah, I'm dumb. Off
Oh,
slavery though. Off slavery. What the
sorry, I was
hell?
just pissed about the Cleopatra being historically black.
Hey, you hear about the new DiCaprio and Scorsese movie?
Oh, you the 4 hour long movie?
What's with all these movies that's trying to hit 4 hours? The new Joaquin Phoenix. Please don't tell me that movie 4 hours. Cause I want to go see it. Bo is Afraid. I hear that movie is about 3 hours.
Yeah, okay. I can understand if it's worth it because, like, what
Mhm.
Avatar is apparently being re-released at several hours long.
Are you
Um,
serious? I hope that's a lie.
yeah. What
Yeah,
was it?
I'm sorry. Bo is Afraid. Is 2 hours and 59 minutes, bro. Y'all at
That's
68%. There is no reason you should be at 3 hours.
I think they're just afraid to cut things. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is because even in like Indian cinema, a lot of the movies I watch, I'm like, this
Mhm.
should be re-edited for faster pacing and it'd be better. Or
But
you just remove the songs because if you skip the songs,
oh yeah,
it's already a short film.
yeah.
So there are some things that are like give and take. Like I watched Jana Gana Mana, the first hour in 12 minutes. Yeah, yeah, that's the title.
What's the name?
Jana Gana Mana.
What the hell?
Yeah,
Jana
the
got a
first
mama.
hour and 12 minutes are
Hold on.
absolutely
Jana
useless.
got a mama or Jana
Jana
got a mana?
Gana Mana. It's JGM. The other three
Jana.
letters are all the same.
Okay, Jana got a mana.
ANA, ANA, ANA.
Jana got a mana. Okay, continue. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. Jana got a
So
mana.
the first hour and 12 minutes are poor. Like it's interesting, but it serves no real purpose to the story except to show you that everyone lies. And the biggest issue I had was like, this is supposed to be a courtroom drama because as soon as they got to the courtroom aspect,
Yeah.
it was amazing. It had me hooked. And I was like, everything that they done, and this was in my review, everything they did for the hour and 12 minutes in the beginning should have been shot as flashbacks because in the time after that, in the whole trial sequence, they were showing what actually happened. I would have liked it if they had the side by side where one person says one thing of what happened and the other person says another thing that happened, and it would have been like the audience trying to figure out what exactly is real.
Yeah.
Until he brings it up at the very end, and kind of like the thing of the whole thing is that people were only saying this because the news was basically feeding it to them. Even though there were much worse things happening, the news was being paid off to sell this, proving that news is no longer real. It's just like with what's happening with the New York Times. So it's funny how amazingly accurate it is. But the first hour and 12 minutes, it should have been re-edited. The pacing was so off, so slow. I wanted to shut it off. I seriously wanted to shut it off. But after, immediately, when it hits that's how I know the hour and 12-minute mark. You can feel a change in the entire film. And that's actually a masterpiece in cinematography in and of itself. The fact that I could notice the immediate change. But at the same time, it made me realize how useless that first hour and 12 minutes was.
Like
Because the next hour and a half was good.
If the pacing is not good, the movie's gonna drag. Like perfect example. I feel like The Irishman, even though that's a good movie, it didn't need to be that long. It didn't need to be like 3 hours and 20 minutes. John Wick Chapter 4. I feel like the action scenes was what made the movie so long. But the pacing was good. The action was so damn good that you know what? You're kind of like, I'm cool with the time. Casino, another movie that has great pacing, or it feels like something is always going on. Goodfellas, I can have Goodfellas be 3 hours and I'll be fine. Wolf of Wall Street, every scene something wild was going on. Now, a lot, don't get me wrong, a lot of it is pointless. You could have took
Yeah.
a lot of that out, but a lot of it was so funny and entertaining that you're not tripping as hard. But you could take a lot of that stuff out to where it's just like maybe 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Well, I think a lot of it is like shot for TV. Not exactly in the sense that it's made for a TV audience, but a lot of these people who shoot for TV are now doing this because everything's interchangeable. Yeah. Everyone does everything now. It used to be if you shot film, you shot film. If you shot TV, you shot TV. So everyone had their specialty. But now TV, like if you're watching The Mandalorian season 3, everything. They will record people walking down a ramp for like 5 minutes just to add 5 minutes to the runtime. It's shot that way.
And
It's
what?
designed that way to make the episodes longer.
Oh
So when
yeah,
you get someone like that to go direct a feature film, they bring that same ridiculous mindset over, adding all this extra fluff that is really only there to add runtime.
yeah.
And it's aggravating when you see it and it's just like, this needs to be removed. This needs to be removed. This needs to be removed. You can go back and watch old classic films shot on legit film that have faster pacing and are more entertaining than these slow things that are shot on digital cameras where the editing is much quicker paced. It's much simpler to do. You're not in a room cutting the film, splicing them together.
Yeah.
It takes much more work to do that. And those films that are classics are still more entertaining than a lot of the crap that's coming out now. Because they're just wanting to pat the film. They're just trying to add the runtime. That's what I mean. Like it's made for the
you add the runtime, that's more money you're spending, and that's less money you're going to get back, because now instead of like a 2-hour movie to where you could probably have it in the theaters like maybe 10 times, or like those small theaters where they only have like what 4 or 5 showings. It's a 3-hour movie, so now that 4 or 5 showings are going to go down to like 3.
Yeah.
You the longer the movie, the less it's going to be able to play in theaters. Like, come on. Unless it's like a really big movie like Avatar, then they're going to have it like 30 times.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that's just absolutely aggravating. But let's face it, I don't think theaters are really bouncing back after
COVID.
Yeah, I don't think they're bouncing back. You've gone several times. Have they ever been as packed as they were before?
Them should still be packed. I remember I go in the mornings and on the weekdays. But man, them bad boys be jumping. Especially especially that prime time where it's like about after what, like 6?
Oh, for cheaper.
No. It's cheaper before. I'm talking about like once everybody out of school and out of work, movie theaters still be jumping. I went to go see Scream. That bad boy was packed. I went to go see John Wick. Packed. It's like, yeah.
Well, John Wick, I'd understand. John Wick.
And also look at the box office. The movie theaters are back.
Oh, Mario. Oh my gosh.
Have you saw it?
Nah.
Man, take some time to go to the movies, bro. Mario was good.
I have no time to go to the movies.
Yes, like, you do. It's called make time. I had 3 jobs. And I was going to movies. And had school.
You work during the day. You go to school during the day.
No, I worked during the day and the night.
Yeah.
Remember, I had night shifts.
But you also work part-time at all those. So you have leeway in each one, and you can leave early if you want to. When you work full-time, you can't. The theaters don't open till 12 in the afternoon for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep. And then I wake up at 7 and normally go into work. If I am not going into work, I don't wake up till around midnight. So, yeah, the theaters are already closed by the time I wake up.
Yeah, that is true. I forgot. It sucks down there. I hate it being first showing be like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, bruh, thank God my theaters, I got like 10 o'clock, 9:30. I'm like, oh, cool. I got work later. I'm gonna just get up first thing in the morning, go to the movies.
Not only that, movies I'd want to go see, like PS2 is coming out. That's over in Fresno.
Ooh.
PS2.
PS2?
Yep. I watched PS1. That was actually a pretty good movie, but PS2.
Stop. What the hell are you talking about? Where my phone at? Oh,
it's a movie.
I've never heard of this.
Look it up. Look up PS1, then look up PS2.
I'm not going to see Beau is Afraid. That movie too damn long. I'm about to just Wikipedia the ending.
Yeah, and then do a review on the ending. Yeah, I saw the trailer and I
That's not bad. Hey, just read the Wikipedia and be like, okay. So I read up on Beau is Afraid.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna drive an hour.
Is it an Indian movie?
Yeah, I'm not gonna drive an hour and a half to watch that film.
Bro,
what's
with you?
What?
You don't watch our movies no more?
Dude, the only thing that probably I'd want to watch is Mario and John Wick. That's it. The only two. Oh, and I do want to see Whale. Just because Brendan Fraser. He's
I'm going to see Evil Dead Rise tomorrow. I heard that movie really good.
Evil Dead, of course.
Yeah, honestly, actually, now that I think about it, everything that Evil Dead has put out has been good. The
Yeah,
first three movies were great.
even their
The
show.
that first remake was really good. The
It
show
was
was really good, and now this one is really good. Okay, Evil Dead.
because the remake was actually the horror, the actual real horror. It basically got rid of all the joking aspects
Mm-hmm.
of what the movie had, because the movie was done in the 70s,
90s. Army.
80s.
Say that again.
Evil
You said
Dead, the original Evil Dead.
what year did you say?
70s, 80s. I don't know. I
Okay,
don't remember.
I think you said the 50s or the 60s. The
No.
first one came out 78, 79. The
Yeah.
second one came out, I think it was like 82,
80s.
and then
Yeah.
Army of
Evil
Darkness
Dead.
came out in 90.
Yeah.
And then
And the
the
remake,
remake came out 13, and then this one 10 years later.
yeah, because I thought the remake was actually good because it was actually scary. I mean,
It
I
was
don't get
gory
scared,
as hell too.
but the pacing was actually real. And if you actually watch them back to back, it's funny because they literally took it all shot for shot. It's just everything looked more gory, more graphic, because the acting was so cheesy in the original one. The practical effects were so terrible that it's a joke. It's an occult classic joke that just they leaned into that for the sequels. And then the remake, they're like, you know what? It was supposed to be scary. Let's actually do it as scary. And it worked.
Yeah.
It worked. It was like, that's what it was supposed to be originally, but everyone saw it as a joke, which is what it became.
I think the best one, at least my favorite, is number 2. Because it has the comedy and it still has that horror to it. The first one was straight up horror. It's the scariest one. First one was straight up horror. Second one was a good mix, even though it was still more horror. And then number 3 was it was all out funny. Number 3 was so damn funny.
Yeah, and then the show is just comedic. He
Oh my
caused
god!
everything.
Hey, no,
everything
don't get me wrong
his
though.
fault.
They still use practical effects a lot of the times,
Yeah.
but then they still have to use their CGI and stuff. But
Yeah,
it's so good. It's still scary. It's funny as hell. Honestly, if
yeah,
you love
it's
Army of
balanced.
Darkness, you love Ash vs. Evil Dead.
It's very well balanced.
Yeah, because it's so gory. I swear, it's like each episode is just bloodshed nonstop. So that's one show that's never boring. I gotta rewatch it. That show was so damn good. I gotta rewatch it.
Yeah, what the heck platform is it on? I know it was on one that I didn't have access to.
I think it's on Netflix. Maybe they took it off Netflix. Nah.
Yeah, because that's something that's just like, why the heck does everything has its freaking streaming service?
It's on Netflix.
Okay. So it's there.
I can't rewatch that.
Oh.
I might watch
review
Evil Dead remake, do a review on that, and then watch Evil Dead Rise and do a review on that too. Gotta get back on my reviews.
Comparing review.
I'm gonna get back on my reviews. Or I should just watch all 3. The first one, the remake, and then this one.
Yeah. It's all about just doing consistent content.
That's scary. That's scary. I remember watching the first Evil Dead for the first time. It was my mom and my sister. And then she gonna have us watch it at night during a thunderstorm. Talk about scary, bro. I couldn't do it.
Oh, just wait for a thunderstorm and rewatch it. Very, very nostalgic at that point.
Actually, I think we actually are having a thunderstorm.
Well, imagine the first time you ever watch Signs. You're living out in the country with no one around.
Oh, that's how you watch Signs. Oh, yeah. That sucks so bad.
My brother was scared for weeks.
I don't blame him.
He'd leave the lights on throughout. No, not up until high school. He would leave the lights on. He'd lock all the doors. Like we'd get home late, and he'd be the only one in the house. The entire house is lit up. The entire house, every bedroom, every door is locked. It's just one of those things. That's just like,
hey, because y'all live in the country. You remember I went live and I had, and you remember when I had all the dogs in my room because I was scared as shit. Y'all live in the country, bro.
Yeah.
That's that white people shit. That's how something always happens, bro.
Yeah,
but I don't mess with the country.
But when the post-apocalyptic zombie attack happens, where would you rather be?
But you know what? I'd rather deal with a dude with a gun versus an alien. I'd rather. Yeah, I take the gun every single time.
Yeah,
I'll bite that bullet, then get probed.
Well, remember, the aliens normally target the big cities.
All right.
Normally.
All right.
It's only Signs where they target. What was it?
Mars Attacks.
Skyfall. Yeah, Skyfall. Mars Attacks.
Was it Skyfall or Skyline?
Skyline, I think.
The movie
Skyline.
still sucked. Movie
Yeah.
sucked. Second one with Frank
Battlefield
Grillo
Los
was cool.
Angeles.
Battlefield Los
Independence Day.
Yeah.
That's always the big cities.
It
So
really
they always
is.
or Japan. Always Japan. From anime, just always Japan. It's either the big cities of America or Japan. It's nowhere else in the world. Anywhere else in the world, it's always friendly ghosts, like PK. It's always a friendly alien. It's always a friendly alien, like PK.
Like
PK. Mm-hmm. Another Indian movie.
At least you found your audience. I'm glad you found your audience.
I'm glad I like the movies.
That's true. That's
and it gives me something to ramble on about.
I kind of found my audience with K-pop, and honestly, bro, K-pop and popping up all over my my YouTube and TikTok, and I'm vibing to the songs. I love them songs. K-pop
watch some
hard.
Korean films. The Man with No Name. Watch it.
Oh, I need to watch that. Yeah, I think I actually have that.
Oh, it's on Prime, I believe.
Okay, I've been meaning to watch that. I keep seeing it.
Love that movie. It'll probably remind you of Bangkok Dangerous.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. And Safe with
Jason Statham.
Yeah, where they're always protecting a girl.
I'm gonna have to watch that. Or The Professional or Neon in other cases.
So watch watch it. You have to watch it, and then watch some Korean dramas.
I don't know about dramas.
Dude, watch some Korean dramas. They're amazing.
Have you seen what's the show? Alive? It's a Korean movie. It's about a zombie apocalypse happening, but it's about this streamer, and it's basically him stuck in a hotel, his apartment building the entire time.
Nah,
bro, it is so good. And then when the people actually get killed, you actually feel bad for them. You're just like, no. It's like, and you only spent like maybe 5 minutes with them. You're just like, no. I'm gonna have to rewatch that again. That was a great movie.
I mean, you liked what was it? The Squid Games?
Oh,
so just check out more Korean films, Korean shows.
Like Squid Game, Alice in Borderland was fire. Have you seen Alice in Borderland yet?
Not yet, no.
Have you watched Squid Game, right?
I started it.
If you like, you started it. You started it.
I didn't have time at the point in time, and then it was like everything already passed. And I'm like, oh, I get the gist of it. I've seen an anime just like this. What is it? Alice in Wonderland? Alice in Borderland?
Yeah. It's like it came out before Squid Game. But if you like Squid Game,
Dead Man Wonderland. That's what it was. Dead Man Wonderland.
Alice in Borderland.
No, Dead Man Wonderland.
But if you like Squid Game, you'd like this one. It's dope as hell. The games are fire. And then of course, I love when people when they get ready to die, they just sit there like, I knew my time would come. I'm glad it was by you though. Maybe we could figure something out. Nah, I'm done. I can finally go in peace. You just remember, stick together. I'm so sorry. I just would. It's okay.
Are you watching it dubbed?
Yes.
I can tell just by the freaking yes. Oh my gosh. Did you even watch Squid Games in its original language?
What I look like doing the hell? So I have to read the subtitles? Like, don't get me wrong. I have subtitles on so I can like catch stuff that I didn't hear. Not to sit there and look at every single word. I can't do it in its original. I can't do it. Dude,
one of the best ways to, like, you don't learn the language, but you pick up on it. Like, I can watch anime and not have to even really look at the subtitles. I just can look down now because I struggle with reading to begin with. I can look down. I can get enough through what's going on. Korean dramas, I can tell for the most part what's going on, and I can just see a few words and I know what's going on. I can't understand the language, but I can tell the difference and I can pick up on key words that are said all the time. I know those already through context and what's being done and just the language itself. And the fact that I have like 2 words in this huge sentence of dialogue that lets me know, oh, okay. She thinks he's cheating on her. Oh, that's funny. That type of, yeah. Business Proposal. That was actually pretty funny. I like that one. I never finished it.
Yeah,
I have
I'm
one
not.
episode left.
Yeah, I'm not watching it in its entire. I
Dude,
mean, in its original. I can't do it. I can't
dude,
do it.
dude. If you can watch K-pop in its original language,
That's
then
different though. It's music. It's a music. I'm not listening to the lyrics. I'm just listening to how it sounds. I could look at the lyrics and they could say, you know, oh yeah, I hate black people. Black people suck. And then it's just, but it sounds good because I don't know what this really saying in that language. I'm jamming to it, especially if
but
the
you're
beat
not
go
even
hard.
reading the subtitles.
Nope, nope, nope. They could sit there and describe exactly like, you know, how they sit there torturing somebody. But if it sounds good in the language and the beat go good, I'm just
You jamming out to it.
So yeah, I don't really care about the lyrics.
Gosh, dude.
Hey, I got a feeling. You know what's gonna be funny? Somebody gonna probably clip that. I hate black people. I don't care. Somebody gonna clip that. Somebody go clip. Hey, I should be the one to clip it and send it out there. Like, hey guys. So I don't know how this got put out there, but hey, I might use that for promotion. Promotion for my page. I don't know how that got out there, but if y'all want to see what really happened, y'all can go look at the stream. It's on Words and Personality, and that's how you get the full story.
You just have to go through a lot of crap to get to that point.
You have to go through the first hour. I don't know exactly what what's the timestamp on it, but I'm pretty sure y'all will find it.
46 seconds.
You said what?
Hour, 10 minutes, and 46 seconds.
We've been talking for an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Huh, that's quick. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 12:30. We did start at 12:30.
Yeah. You just your time. You just need to tell your Florida story. Then we good.
I'm good. Not partner. I'm not telling that story. I don't even like that story myself. I can't believe I even did that. I can't do it.
But it's nuts. Yeah, but I think that's enough for now.
I think. Where did I hear that from?
What?
I thought I heard that from somewhere. You know, it's funny. It's funny how my manager talks about Diablo 4 or 3 or whatever. I mentioned it to you. I never even look it up. I go to my phone. I got an ad for it.
Well, that's because your phone's always listening.
I don't like that.
It's not a big deal. It helps you shop.
No, if I want to shop, I'm gonna just think about what I need.
Mention table 14 times and it'll pop up on Instagram.
Viagra, 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 Viagra. I better not see that pop up on my phone now. I want to see that. Hold on. A girlfriend. You're gonna get all these dating apps or pay by the hour right
websites. That's what pay by the hour is going to, websites.
Hell no. I told you a friend wanted to buy me some ass for my birthday, right?
Yeah. How'd that go?
I didn't do that. I
mean, you were out the entire night.
Yeah, all we did was go see John Wick, and then we went to a sports bar afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna lie. I thought about it, but I'm just like, nah. Cause it's the thing, and this was funny. You paying for it regardless, unless it's just straight up like, boom. But when you taking a chick out, you're paying. Yes, you want to be with her, but at the end of the day, you're still paying. Hell, it might be a while before you actually do anything. So y'all going out on dates, you buying her gifts, y'all spending time, this, that, and that, and this. You're paying. But then when you sit there and just pick one up, you know what I'm saying? You're paying, and it's like, you're not wasting time. It's not like, okay, if I pay, I probably won't get it done. Just like if I go out on a couple of dates. Oh, I just spent all this money and now nothing's happening. Regardless, you're paying. That's why I was trying to justify it, but I'm just thinking like, yeah, everybody and their mama probably paid for this stuff. I'm good. And
they
then
paid
who knows?
For that one. They paid for that one particularly.
For that one.
Yeah.
for that one. That's why I was just like, nah, I can't do it.
Would you
I kept trying
rather
to justify it. I can't
It's
do
like,
it.
would you rather pay for one that's rarely been with people, or would you rather pay for one that's well,
Mm-hmm.
that's
That's why I'm like,
oh,
I can't do it. I can't do it.
gosh.
But I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie though. If she was bad as hell though, I'm just like,
Hey, your struggles are real, I guess.
struggles are really real.
The only real struggle I got is work. Is work.
I got all types of struggles.
Oh
I
my
lose 30 pounds, I get eczema.
When you gain it all back.
No, I went to the
You
doctor the
keeping
other
it
day.
up?
I did.
You
Huh?
keeping it all? You keeping it all up? All right.
When I went to the doctor, fully clothed, I was 318. So I think I'm
Oh, I was like, they asked me to take off my clothes and weigh again. It's like,
oh my god.
what
No,
he said, I was just like,
no.
what?
When I'm weighing myself at home, I'm doing it, bare. That way
Yeah.
I don't have no clothes that mess it up. So when I'm here, I'm like 314, 315. So when I went to the doctor with all my clothes on, I was like 318. So I'm keeping it off. It's crazy because I still eat like crap. I still be eating Little Caesars, chips, drinking pop. But it's kind of like
Did your diet only last like a week?
it's the well, hell,
Like
it was easy when I
you
had
start your diet.
stop.
It's like a week long.
Diet is easy when you have the money for it. Like when I had those food stamps,
True.
I was getting about 281 because they still was giving extra money for COVID. So I was able to sit there and get all the healthy stuff and try out different things. Now that they're only giving me like $80, it's just like, well, shit, I gotta like really watch what I buy because I'm not trying to be spending all this money at grocery stores. Eggs and shit is going up.
Yeah.
But it's like I kind of eat in the middle. I eat bad, I eat good, but I make sure I stay in my calorie deficit a little bit.
All right.
So I just need to, really stick to steady cooking and whatnot.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gaining weight. But dude, you really got to watch in the original language. That's pissing me off. There's so many great shows that you'd be missing out on. You're gonna watch The Man with No Name, and you're gonna not think it's as great as it really is, just because it's gonna be done with some dumb voice actor who has no clue what he's reacting to and just speaking the lines that he is reading in front of him.
Kind of like Keanu Reeves and Dracula doing that crappy British accent.
Yep. That's exactly what it is.
People were saying like how bad it was, so I decided to watch a couple scenes, and it looks like he's focusing more on the accent than he is his acting, because he is sitting there and he'd be like, "What have we done today, sir?" "No, I don't think so." I'm just like, bro, you still have to act. You still have to act.
No, he don't. It's Keanu Reeves. He don't need to act. He don't need to act. He's gold. He's gold.
His name is Count Dracula. Yes, sir. Give me some biscuits. Oh, I got biscuits in the refrigerator. Oh, thank God.
What?
I forgot I got 2 biscuits left in the
What?
I'm hungry. I was supposed to get blood work done today, but I'm gonna get it done tomorrow. I'm starving.
My gosh, dude. What the heck?
I'm glad. Thank you, Keanu. You reminded me that I have biscuits.
Oh, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's our first live. Thank y'all. We're gonna try to do like how many times a week? Once a week for starters.
Once a week for starters.
Yeah, let's start it off once a week.
Yeah, talk about whatever's popping. Like, whatever happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, and eventually you'll just come out and speak your piece about Florida, and we'll all resonate with you and be like, let's give this man some money.
You know what's messed up? That story actually goes through 3 states.
I know. I'm well aware.
Oh my God. It just made the story worse. I'm good. Hey, thank y'all for watching. And as always, I will see y'all next time. Peace.
Doodles. Yeah, not bad.